Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on the video. I'm really excited for today's camp. Not only are we doing the first hot tent of the season, we are also camping at a brewery. This is Cartwright Springs Brewery in Ontario, and they let people camp at the brewery itself, so let's go check it out. So that was the owner right there. Got myself a beer. We are going to go set up our tent. It was raining before. There's a bit of a break in the rain right now, so I'm going to set up my tent quick. And then we're going to head back to the brewery for some beers. This is our site here. There are 3 sites total. I chose the pond. He did tell me that the pond is a bit dried up right now. There was no rain and it kind of just... Here it is on the left. Kind of dried up over time. That's alright though. Fire pit right there. Spot for the tent over here. Try to find a nice flat spot. Yeah, it should be pretty good right here. And before I go any further with the tent, today's beer, there'll be a few beers today, but the one we're starting with is the Leo Lager. It's the one the owner recommended, considering the season, the temperature, the weather outside, all that. He said it's good beer for right now. And sorry, I already opened it, so he was absolutely right. Cheers. He was absolutely right. It's smooth. It is 6%, and you can taste that it's 6%, but I'm saying that in a good way, by the way. Pretty good beer. And the reason why they actually built the brewery here is because there's a natural water source nearby. They use that spring water to make their beer. And because they have such a nice property, they decided to rent 3 spots out on Hipcamp, which I think is an absolute great idea. There's 2 spots that hold maybe, I think this one has 2 tents. There's another spot that might be a little bigger, and then there's one spot that can hold up to 30, 35, maybe 40 people. So I think it's a great idea. I think more breweries should consider this. I know it's a lot of extra work that they probably don't care about, but it's a pretty cool idea, and if they do, I will definitely visit them. So cheers to them, and cheers to you guys. Thanks for watching. And there you have it. That is the Luxe Minipeak XL. That's my absolute favorite tent. I use it in winter, summer, fall, spring, any season, with or without the inner tent. The only con, in my opinion, is the only vent in that tent is that little vent right there. There's 2 on each side, or 1 on each side, 2 total. It gets really hot in summer, which is why I usually use it without that. However, then there's bugs, so yeah. But I absolutely love this tent. Easy to set up, keeps you warm. There's a stove jack. I'm gonna set up the stove soon, and yeah. If you're looking for a 1 to 2 person tent, really recommend this one. Alright, the important things are set up. Beer is empty. Let's go see what's going on in the brewery. If you couldn't tell, we are at the big campsite right now. Look how big this table is, and there's more than one of them too. Look at this. And that's my flight over there. So we're gonna make our way back to our campsite. We got ourselves a flight. For those who don't know what that is, it's usually a taster of beer, anywhere between 3 and 10 glasses of maybe 3 to 4 ounces. Usually it's 4. So if I go to a brewery, I usually get 4, and then I'll pick the one I like the most. I'll get a pint of that, and that'll be good for the day. Here we have a, let me try to remember, honey lager, pale ale. This is a ginger ale. It's a beer that tastes very much like ginger ale, so if you're not much of a beer fan, this is a good option. And here's a coffee stout. So this is the more bitter of the gang. You're supposed to start with the lightest, work your way to the darkest. So we're doing the opposite of that today. Cheers, guys. If you like coffee and bitter things, go with one of these. Really just tastes like ginger ale. So I normally try to take my time with these, but the brewery does close in like 10 minutes, so I'm trying to finish this up to bring this back, and then they have another 5 beers that I haven't tried, so I'm gonna try to take a 4-pack to go. I won't drink them all tonight, but maybe one with dinner. But yeah, I'm trying to bring this back before they close, so cheers. We successfully made it back on time. I got an extra honey lager, which is the lightest one from the flight I just had. It was really refreshing. I think it's gonna go great with my meal. And I also got a Spruce Tip IPA to bring home, so I'll have that another day. Right now I still have maybe 2 hours of sunlight left, so I am gonna start a fire and make my meal. It's gonna sound weird, I was really craving bacon, and then I saw a can of maple beans when I was in the grocery store, so I was like, sounds like it'll go good together. So we're just heating up some beans, cooking some bacon, throwing that in. I got some toast, and that's it for the meal. Something really basic. You're gonna see more and more basic meals as the weather gets colder. It's pretty cold today, actually. You see, I'm in a sweater, but that means winter's coming, so stay tuned for that. While we get some coals going over there, I'm gonna grab our beer, and there's supposed to be a lookout about 5 minutes away. I'll go check that out. Normally I don't like to leave a fire burning, but it's so wet around that I'm really not concerned. And it's only about 5 to 10 minutes round trip, so we'll make it quick. And guess what? Here's the third campsite. It's up on the hill. It's called The Hill. Here's one tent site. Second spot for a tent. And a little group area here. It's honestly maybe a 5-minute walk from where I was. I jogged it, so I might be out of breath a little bit. Nice little bench. Fire pit. And I was told there's a view somewhere up here. Let's take a look. I've shaken a bit on the run up. I actually ran up the mountain. Mountain. It's a bit of a hill. All right, making our way back down. Like I said, I'm not worried about a fire, but I believe the coals are in need of supervision right now. So 5 more minutes, make our way back down, make dinner before it gets dark. The owner said follow the beer cans. Don't worry guys, it might not look like it, but everything is under control. Let me know in the comments. How do you like your bacon? Not judging anyone, but I think crispy bacon is like cooking a steak well done. So, no judgment, let me know how you like it. Just curious. I sort of have a mix of half-half here. This one's obviously chewy. Then there's this piece. Not exactly crispy, but a little too well done for my liking. Let me know. Now, normally I'm not concerned about animals, but because I don't know this campground, all my dishes, wrappers, all that stuff are going back into the vehicle. Now, I wish I could show you guys a little more. It's really dark out here, so that is the back of the brewery. I feel kind of odd just walking around the property and no one else being here. There's no other campers either. And they do have a wood fire grill. They make like pizza and stuff in summer. There is, if you just flickering lights, somewhere back there. Let me get a better view. Right there. Those flickering light, that's a washroom and a shower, so that's really nice. You don't always have those things when you come camping, backpacking and all that. They do winterize them for winter, but the temperature hasn't dipped below freezing yet, so they actually are open right now, which is kind of nice. And yeah, I wish I could show you the rest because it's all open area, like picnic benches, places to sit and enjoy your beer, and it's a really cool concept. So yeah, if anyone's near the Ottawa area, definitely suggest you try it out. Now for my sleep setup, I'm still using my summer pad. It's perfectly fine for this temperature, even though we're close to freezing. It's still gonna do the job. I have the Cedar Summit pillow and the Grand Trunk 360 sleeping bag, quilt, whatever you want to call it. I really like this product. I'm not sponsored by them, I swear. I just like how compact it is. It's versatile, and the temperature rating actually isn't that bad. They say it's good until 40 Fahrenheit, and I've tested it down until about maybe low 40s. And the only thing I have to say is I do have a cold spot where my feet go. There's no zipper where the feet are. It's just a cord that you kind of pull tight, which gives it always like a little hole there. Basically, a little bit of heat escapes. It's not the end of the world, but I do have a cold spot there. So what I'm doing tonight, let me find the opening. There it is. What I'm doing tonight is, around this temperature when we're close to freezing, I do bring a puffer jacket, although I don't always use it. I try to keep it with me. And I'm basically just stuffing this in the foot box. And that should close up that gap. I should be perfectly warm for tonight. Alright, stoked the fire one last time. As for the tent, I did start that wood stove. I don't like to run it when I sleep. One, mainly actually because I don't like to stoke the fire every hour or two. I'd rather just go to sleep. And I like it so it warms up my sleeping bag, warms up my sleeping area. That way you're not crawling into a cold sleeping bag. It's one of the worst things of cold weather camping. And in the morning, sometimes I do light it back up just to warm up as I'm getting up. Otherwise, I like my sleeping setup to do the job for me. Now, I know you guys can't see this gauge very well on camera, but it's 24, 25 degrees Celsius in here right now. The outside temperature is between 8 and 10 Celsius, and it will dip down a little bit during the night. So I'm actually very comfortable here with just this shirt on. I will be signing out here. I have a 2 to 3 hour drive tomorrow morning, so I'm leaving very early. I do work tomorrow, so I've been camping on Sundays recently. Reason being is the campgrounds are basically empty. One, it's cold. Two, it's end of season, and it's Sunday also, so it's just been really nice to film on Sundays. So I am going to sign out here. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.